everybody, it's Elliot from Little Pony People here. Today I'm here with my friend Greg from the Bouncing Souls. We're here at the Stone Pony. It's the second time.
Yep. It's
You
great
guys
to see
ready?
you, Elliot. Yes.
Let's do this.
We came together.
Last time I talked to you, we talked about aliens.
Yep.
Have you encountered any since then?
You never know when you're encountering an alien, so I'd say the odds are yes. Identified? Not sure.
Sometimes I see a plane flying there and I just think it's an alien.
Yeah. Maybe some point you'll get to our house in Idaho, and if you hang out on the deck, like in the summertime, you see some wild stuff in the sky. It's pretty awesome. You can just sometimes it's a sport, you know, like we'll put all the stuff out on the deck and just lay there before we go to bed for about an hour. Weird, wild, awesome stuff.
That's awesome. If you could go back in time and say something to your younger version of yourself when you first started the band, what would you say?
I would say just relax, man. Just take it easy. all this stuff isn't really that as serious as you make it out to be in your mind, and by choosing to not, you know, being really serious and anxious about something is a choice we make, and it's the more you can consciously be like, you know, this is important and I care about this, but I don't need to be intense and serious and anxious and worried and scared about it. Yeah. So I would say that, I think.
Cool.
It's not easy. It's a lifelong practice.
I mean, it's a lofty goal. Let's put it that way.
Have you thought about making a painting about your song 4th Avenue Sunrise?
Cool idea, Elliot. You got some good ones, man. I haven't, but it's a cool idea.
Yeah, that's a great song.
Thanks.
One of my favorites also. What's the most special part about playing the Stone Pony Summer Stage to you?
Well, I mean, it's all lumped into a pile again. It's like there's history here beyond our history. It's so many people that mean something to us, that, you know, our friends and family, and there's just a vibe too, just being outside on the boardwalk at the beach also, which is very special. Yeah.
Yeah. Feels a little more positive almost, right?
Yeah, I mean, that breeze is there. It's just like alive, you know, as compared to being inside a club. It's just, if the weather's right, if it's not too cold or too hot, playing outside is really one of my favorite things.
Yeah. Hopefully the weather's perfect.
Yeah, I think it'll be a nice night. Yeah.
What is your favorite part about being a cool punk dad?
Cool Talk Dad. Yes, I made it. Officially. Well, jeez. I think it's just having a new person in my life. It's like this relationship that is obviously you've never had this kind of relationship before. So it's so special that using words like "it's so special" it just seems so trivial, you know, because you can't really wrap your head around the meaning of that. So just being a dad, being a punk dad, makes it even more fun because I get to introduce him to all my fun punk stuff. And he's already has hit the ground running. Like, he's been on tour for a couple days already, and he likes playing drums already without being too pushy about it. He's like, ba-boom, ba-boom. So we're like, let's go play on the drum kit. Ba-boom. So we go down and play. So yeah, I'm just getting, you know, I see how you guys are, you and your dad. You know, I mean, obviously you have so much fun discovering music together. It means a lot, so it's fun I'm just like at the beginning of that. It's really special. Yeah.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do to get away from the negativity that goes around so often?
Well, I think there's a weird balance, and some people might not take this the right way, but there's a weird balance of like kind of being aware of things half, and then half kind of ignoring stuff, because I think a lot of people, you need to be aware of what's going on in your world, but there's a fine line where it crosses over into just sort of obsessing about something that it's really pulling you away from what's important. your focus of your life, and what you need to do. So in a lot of ways, we're all connected, and all this stuff is happening. It's important to us. But you only need to really be concerned about what's going on in your immediate world. And if that happens to be like, oh, I'm going to choose to go into politics, or I'm going to choose to do all this thing, and this is natural for you, then that's great. Then you should pay attention to politics more than your average person. But like for you, Elliot, for example, you're auditioning, you've got this whole new thing going on. You should focus on doing that really, really well. And you pay attention to what's going on in the world, but you're bettering the world by doing something well for yourself. And I think that doesn't get said to people. We feel like we're small and it doesn't matter, but like working on ourselves, working on our own lives is gonna create a better world. And it's not, you're not being apathetic or something by being that way. But again, people might not agree with me, but they can fuck off.
What are some of the simple things in life that make you smile?
I mean, my son for sure, and actually my son and my wife all together. Like it's a brand new, amazing thing, and all the little things like the new little words and the new like dynamic that is now being created between the three of us every day is just like a smile explosion, pretty much, on and off.
Mine is my cat, Lucifer.
Nice.
Do you think the Bouncing Souls can go on for another 20 years?
Why not? I mean,
Right?
I think, like, for example, we're going to do, like, a little acoustic thing tonight. I feel like we could play acoustic stuff till we can barely walk, As far as, like, full rocking, I don't know how much long that could last, 20 years. But I think we can make music for a while. At least, we're going to keep making music for at least 20 years.
For all your life,
Yeah.
constantly.
Yeah. Hey, Dickie.
If you could start your own planet, what would it be like?
Jeez, good question. Well, it would be, like we got into like the deep, positivity and negativity, and you say, well, I want to live in a planet where people are aware of those things, so they're not, caught up in getting lost in that mix. So we can't exist without positivity and negativity. It has to be in existence together. So if we lived in a place where everyone was more aware of that would be an interesting place to live. See what that was like. Put it that way.
Good answer. Okay, for these, you're going to say what your favorites are, okay? Your favorite season.
I don't have one. There's no way. You can't have, well, you can't have one. Let's go with summer.
I think I like spring as my favorite.
Yeah, they're all great.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with any of them. Time of day.
Golden hour.
I don't know.
Which is, it's like sunset. It's like the hour
yeah.
before sunset.
Where just everything looks very, very glowy. I love that. Book that you read.
I'm going to go with the Rob Lowe autobiography, which I just read. And the book that I was just like, Rob Lowe, don't really care that much. The book's great. His story's great, really interesting, and well written. Like the writing's great.
Awesome. Comedian.
John Belushi, because even though he's way back, he plays a funny part in Rob Lowe's book. That's why I thought of it. There's a moment where Rob Lowe meets John Belushi as a kid, and it's pretty funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Mine's like Dave Chappelle.
Yeah. I love
You
Dave
can't go
Chappelle.
wrong
No,
with Dave
he's
Chappelle,
up there.
right?
Yeah.
Heavy metal band.
Go with the classics. Judas Priest. I don't know much about the newer metal, but I still love the classics.
Yeah, you can't. Like I said over and over, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really want to interview Rob Halford one day.
Me too.
Favorite
I hope
part.
you do too. I'm stoked for that.
That'd be awesome. Favorite part of your childhood?
Well, being at the Jersey Shore, it was a great experience. Like hanging with my cousins, just going to the beach, getting some fries at the boardwalk. Really good stuff.
One of my favorite things to do also. Record that you made so far.
Favorite record?
That you made so far.
Yeah. How I spent my summer vacation is kind of up there. And the new one. It's always the new one too. The newest record is always kind of your favorite too.
Awesome, good answers. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I want to say thanks for having me once again, Elliot. And it's really fun seeing all your adventures and you doing so well. And I hope you. I wish you all the best as always.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you for hanging out.
Absolutely.